Get myself right up on out of here. I feel like a disgrace, I'm not really what I appear. I go home to my girl and I make nicey nice. The fact that she don't know that I just put someone on. I don't like being here. I constantly live in fear. Could be gone at any time. When you live a life of crime, face the music, do the time. I'm trapped again, and fate as always hasn't wrapped again. I always get caught in my life of sin, but I just keep on going back again. You know I'm lost again, when all I wanted was to find a friend. Someone that I can always depend on to help me find my life again. You know I'm trapped again.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to After the Dragon. I am your host, JD, and nope, again, I don't have a webcam tonight. And Mizpah was not able to join me either, so it's going to be just a solo episode. If you're watching this on a rewatch, leave us a comment. We always like to hear back from the viewers. And please give this a share out. Marcus Fredrickson played us in. Make sure you go check out his channel at reverbnation.com/Marcus Fredrickson. Episode 4 just ended, and it was definitely the last 10 minutes or so were on the edge of your seat kind of an episode. First thing I want to talk about, though, is Alicent and how she might quite possibly be the worst mother in a TV series that we've ever seen. Leave a comment if you disagree or if you think there's someone worse. What she said to Aegon, I think, was pretty terrible. I mean, he is the king, and she told him basically just do nothing and of course, the way she meant it was because nobody trusts him to make a decision. So just let everybody else do what they're doing and just sit there and be quiet and let others win the war for you. Of course, Aegon didn't like that. I don't blame him. And then does something very foolish, which is what going to be the main part of this episode. Leads him to go get on his dragon drunk and then go to get in battle. And that's mainly what I'm going to focus on in this episode is, of course, the battle, which I can't remember the location of right now. I'm very much sorry for that. But Meleys and Rhaenys, Princess Rhaenys, on the back of Meleys. And here we go. We have Meleys right here. I got a visual for you. This is Meleys. And we lost both of them in this episode. That was not a good. It was a great dragon battle, amazing dragon battle. I can't believe she went back for more. I think that was a mistake. I think she should have retreated. I think losing the dragon makes that a complete loss. Of course, they lose the stronghold also because they crash pretty much right in the walls. So they not only do they lose the hold, but they lose a dragon. And Meleys is one of the bigger dragons. I think that's a real problem for the Team Black side. I think losing Meleys is a huge loss. Huge loss. She was one of the bigger ones that they had. And now they don't have her. Plus, they lost an experienced dragon rider, an experienced combat dragon rider. And Princess Rhaenys, I think she was in line. I think it would have been great to see her as Hand of the Queen. So I think Rhaenyra also lost an amazing advisor. And of course, this marks the second dragon kill and dragon rider kill for Vagar. That's when he took Luke. And this is another shot from when the battle with Luke. I did not get a new one. I did not have time before we went live tonight to get a new shot, but I will for the next episode. But Vagar is claiming dragons now at an increased rate. I think he is probably the biggest threat. I think if Team Black does not deal with Vagar head on, I don't think there'll be much of a battle. I think Vagar can't be everywhere at once, so they are likely to win battles, but you have to have a plan to deal with him. If you don't deal with him, or at least Aemond, then you are not going to win this war, because now that you've lost Melees, the next biggest dragon you have is Caraxes, which is Daemon's dragon, and he is still significantly smaller, as Melees was. Melees and Caraxes were some of the bigger dragons that they had left. So the only way I think now is, assuming they don't claim any more dragons, the only way they would be able to do it now is with Caraxes, which is Daemon's dragon, Syrax, which is Queen Rhaenyra's dragon, and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble locating my other one. Oh, is it Vermax? No, Vermax is the one that died. It's Jacaerys's dragon, which for some reason don't have the visual for at the moment. So I apologize for that. I don't know what happened to my visual. But so at this point, it would take all the dragons they have left to take Vagar, and even then, I don't know if they would. It would be a crazy battle. There is one hope, though, if they can get a dragon rider, Vermithor, who is actually still even smaller than Vagar, but is at least a much more substantial size dragon than what they have, and is close to Vagar's size. Vagar is the bigger, but Vermithor is the next eldest dragon in Westeros right now. So if they can get a rider for him and break him, then there's a chance. Of course, there are other unclaimed dragons and wild dragons out there. And like I said, Vagar is the largest dragon in Westeros. There is not another dragon that matches him in size. But if you get enough of the other dragons that are out there, then maybe you could take Vagar down in a dragon battle. But if you don't deal with Daemon and Vagar, then I think Team Black doesn't have much of a chance here. I think the battle was great. I think the dragon battle was really good cinematically. I think they did a great job. And I mean, who did not see Vagar coming up behind that castle while Rhaenys was looking for him? I mean, it was the same move that he used to claim Lucerys, and it's worked for him twice now. So while Vagar did take some damage, and they did have a good fight there, but it was still no match. It was still no match for it. So Team Black loses another dragon. Team Green claims another victory and another stronghold. Kristen Cole, although he feels that he failed because the king also fell. Let's not forget about that. Sunfire. For some reason, I don't know what happened to some of my visuals, but I'm missing a lot of my visuals, and I didn't know that before I got in here. But Sunfire, who is the king, King Aegon's dragon, also died. So, that's why I think Rhaenys should have retreated. She killed that dragon. She killed one of their dragons and potentially the king. I think that would have been a victory. She should have flown away, kept her dragon alive, but she didn't. But Team Green did get cost a dragon too. But while both sides lost a dragon, I think clearly Team Green holds the victory on this. So I think it's definitely hurt. And now, of course, Rhaenyra is cut off from the Dragon Coast because they have all of the strongholds around the coast now. So that's another problem. I think even though Rhaenyra is finally in war mode, it may be a little too late for her. She's a little late in the game now, and she's going to need to do some stuff to turn this around. I'm not really sure how she's going to get out of it or how she's going to prevent it from spiraling. Leave a comment if you're watching this later on the re-show. Please tune in and Leave us a comment, share it out, please. We're trying to grow the series. Mizpah will hopefully be back next week. And he shout out Mizpah. He was right last week when he said he didn't think we were gonna have to wait too long for a dragon battle. We only had to wait one more week, and we got one. So he was definitely spot on with that. Shout out to Mizpah, who will be joining me again next week. Until then, Marcus Fredrickson is going to play us out. This is a short episode. Like I said, just me kind of talking about what I think about the episode and some of the little stuff. I don't think there was a lot of little stuff in this. I think the dragon battle was clearly what to talk about. So, and it was a great one. Tune in next week. We'll be back for another episode. It'll be about 10:30 every night because House of the Dragon sometimes goes a little longer. Sometimes they end at 10. So we'll just be keeping with about 10:30 to go live with our After the Dragon coverage. Tune in next week. If you're just tuning in now at the end, go and rewatch it from the beginning. Leave us a comment and please share it out. Until then, I am your host, JD, and that's the end.